good nutrition, appropriate body mass, and that's different breed to breed. You know, so we can't say to Mrs. Smith, all golden retrievers should be this size, because they have different body shapes, right? Dental care is a big one. People don't think of that. We talked about it last week, but it's a biggie because it can shorten life expectancies. It can cause blood infections that affect the heart, lungs,
and now, how do people help an animal's dental care?
We talked about last week, but appropriate diet, brushing, cleaning. The biggest one really is bringing them in for professional dental cleaning.
Okay, but are you really supposed to get in there and brush your dog's teeth?
If you can. If you can. It's a hard one, so we have lots of other options in terms of dental care.
Okay.
But obesity, dental care, early screening, all those things that are simple you can do at home before it becomes a big costly issue.
So very much like humans, right?
Very
much.
much.
We've got obesity as a factor.
Yeah.
Some we can't, but like cancer. But just keeping an eye on your pet.
Yeah.
Going to professional and talking to them.
Yeah. Having them checked annually. Again, because animals will be masking things. When you're picking your breed of dog, think about how long you want them to be with you, because different breeds live for different timelines.
And I was mentioning to you earlier, you know, young people buy a dog, they like to share it. Think it through before you do it.
Huge. Because, and within some of those breeds, they have predispositions to certain illnesses. So be aware of those. So again, you can go, oh, my dog looks kind of funny with this. This breed can have this happen. So sort of be aware of, if you are getting a dog that is a purebred, and we talk more about it in purebred dogs, it is the way it is. Be aware of health things that can happen, because then you can watch for them in advance.
Okay, well, well, some great advice, and again, it's a very important decision. Before making it, do the research, find out, because a lot of people don't. Andrea, thank you very much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
All right, Jenna.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, you might be expecting a little one, the pitter-patter of little feet coming into your home, and you have a pet right now. How do you integrate the new baby with the pet and the pet with the new baby? We hit the streets and asked you.
We brought things that smelled of her home first, and then when we brought her home, we introduced her, but we knew our dog. Like, you have to know the personality of the dog, I think, before you do that.
Don't push it on the dog. If the dog's not too terribly interested or doesn't really want to be around, don't push it, because I think that just is going to create more of a hostile environment towards the dog and the baby. So just kind of do it slowly and gradually.
Our cat used to actually get into the bouncy chair with the baby and curl up like right beside the baby, and it was great.
There you go. It is not easy, and sometimes you don't think about this when you're planning a family. And joining us, you know her, it is Andrea Render from the Animal Hospital of Manitoba. Nice to have you back this week. Of course, it can be a bit tricky to bring a new baby home when you have an existing pet. What can we do to make it easier? Some of the things.
Well, the neat thing is that you have 9 months, give or take, that you know baby's coming. So often we get pets, and they're the first baby. So we babied them, we've maybe not followed through in some of the training in the last period. So now you have 9 months to get ready and get prepared. So a couple of things. If there is training things that you've kind of let go in terms of the pet knowing you're the boss, now's the time to reinstill it. So just the simple things, come, sit, stay, all those things, so the pet knows where their place is in the house. Because you, the owner, has to be the boss.
Well, absolutely, leader of the pack, so to speak. But if you have an older dog, say we're talking about a dog 9, 10 years old, is it possible?
Oh,
the old line, can you teach an old dog the old tricks?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, an old dog, in theory, knows that you were the alpha, right? So they're going to really respond to that sort of readjusting again, because animals are pack animals. They like to know they have an alpha. They like to know their routines.
Okay.
So if you reinstill them and create positive reward for it, it's fine. Now, having said that, if you have a pet that you know has had some aggression issues or separation issues, then you need to talk to the veterinarian, because that's another piece altogether. And that veterinarian will give you some protocols to follow in terms of retraining. That we know what training schools we like in our industry, and we'll suggest go and do that, because that's a different situation if you've got a fearful pet or an aggressive pet or one who's had no exposure to children. That ramps it up a bit. So then you go to the professionals. But if you have a pet that's generally well socialized, has met other kids, you know, just reinstill sort of the routine so that they have a routine. And then anticipate what you'll be able to do with the pet when baby comes.
Because, I mean, let's be honest here, that eats up a majority of your time, a baby. And animals can sense if they're being pushed away.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that 9-month period, say, what can I do as routine with my pet that makes it feel happy? That's going to be